Yeah, this record is different from my first few records. I think first and foremost, I'm in a better place now than I was when I wrote my first few records, and so I think a little bit of that comes through. And then perhaps the more obvious way is that I invited four of my very favorite female singers to join me on this record. And so I have Ingrid Michaelson, she's on it, Sarah Bareilles, Elizabeth from Elizabeth and the Catapult, and Sia. They're all dear friends of mine, and I'd been listening to a lot of hip-hop records leading up to this album, and I love how they treat guy-girl duets on those records, where the guy does his bit and it's great, and then the girl comes in and really takes it away, you know. And I love how that dynamic plays out in those songs. I've been listening to Method Man and Mary J. Blige. A more recent version of what I'm talking about is Eminem and Rihanna with that song I Love the Way You Lie. And so stuff like that. I couldn't think of too many singer-songwriters that had taken that approach, and so I thought I would give it a shot. And it really made for the most enjoyable experience I've had in the studio so far. Plus it allowed me to make it less about me and more about the song, which was a welcomed change. I was starting to get a little sick of myself going into this record, and so this was a way to make it bigger than just me. And it really exceeded my expectations that I had for it. Plus, you know, it raised my game. I mean, I had to go back and re-sing some of my vocals after I got some of these tracks from these girls because, you know, I wasn't quite up to speed, and so I had to kind of match what they were doing. So it raised the bar, you know, which is always, you know, it's always a good thing.
As you can see,